Goodbye. Oh my god, hi, Johns. I didn't know you were here until I saw your icon. Let me get this set straight. Hi, everybody. It's me, Damie. I'm your dynamically augmented media independence, hardest working game designer on Twitch. I'm sorry that I'm late. I slept a little bit. Hey, Brambo. I slept a bit in and I was listening to music during the opening. But I'm here, I'm present, I'm caffeinated, I'm watered like a beautiful flower. And I am ready. You're back and your bag is gone? Which bag? Like, did you lose something at the airport?
Your luggage bag?
I think the man is saying his luggage is gone.
Someone jacked his luggage?
I hope someone didn't jack his luggage. Your luggage is gone? Oh, shit. When did it vanish?
Not the handcuffs.
Right, not the handcuffs, bro. Still in Washington? Damn. That's some shit, yo.
I'm finally done with all the seasonal rewards.
Oh, you finished it all?
Yep. Well, at least the rewards, not the goals,
Okay.
but the rewards. They're all done. I just decided to grow a shit ton of freaking mutated crops.
Mutated crops.
All the mutation.
That is. Oh, shit. Thank you so much, Brahma, for the sub. I appreciate. Thank you.
Thermo didn't want ads anymore.
I like it. Thank you so much. Also, welcome back to Belgium or wherever. 19 months I've been doing this solo. I keep saying that. Nobody remembers where I came from now. No one
What?
remembers the old days.
You mean the Liz reworking days?
The Chaos Unboxing days.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah, nobody really. I don't think. Brambo does. Because Brambo was around for a lot of that. Oh, X closed operations in Brazil. Thank God. Go Brazil. In the first Twitter free space. Excellent. Indiana Jones's hat was sold at $630,000 at auction. Excellent. All right, that's enough fun news for me today. Your relic of the past. Yeah, that was when we met back in the day.
One would even say, Brambo, you're a dinosaur.
I wish I had a soundboard with disappointment sounds.
Dum.
I would be firing off the rim shot, yeah. Slap him? I will at TwitchCon. I'll make a note of this. Also, again, for those of you who haven't been around or didn't know, because they've been rolling out slowly, all our new emotes that I can afford at the time are here. So almost every one of my basic emotes has been replaced. Oh, that's right. Never mind. Not all of them. I'm waiting for Luna to give me the rest of them. Not that they're not done, they just aren't properly sized.
You're being slowly rolled out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I sent them off. They haven't been altered yet. But yeah, you're gonna be getting a new butt emote, a new laugh emote, and a new Angie emote. But the emotes that did where all the Shannon emotes are in. We still have Raid, Bonk, Shannon Hart, new Shannon Shy. But I'm sure this is the only one you care about. Shannon finally has her own arson emote. She was very pleased. Look how pleased she looks. There's nothing but fire behind those eyes. I'm terrified. Truly. Yup. Oh, look how excited she is. No, do not call for more arson in chat. Yeah, no. Bad rabbit. Bad. Oh, you never be bad, but not cool, Shannon. Do you regret what you've done?
Shannon
No.
never regrets.
No, Shannon has no regrets. We appreciate that's how Shannon lives her life. No regrets. Stop lighting my chat on fire. Oh my god. It's that's where we landed. Shannon arson. I see. You know what? It's too early or late in the morning for this nonsense. I didn't wake up to watch you guys burn down my channel in the name of this rabbit.
Yes, you did.
That's what I woke up for. I specifically woke up thinking, you know what? I hope that they set fire to my channel. And they do it with Shannon. I was hoping we could all appreciate the emote and not encourage the rabbit. But I guess that's why we can't have nice things. Johns, I'm tired.
I don't blame you.
Sleepy. I wasn't up as late as I normally was, but I've been having difficulty getting to sleep. I need to get my weighted blanket back. Put it back together, but it's been really hot, so I would have been sweating my balls off. One of these sparks is my little digital balls. You can feel free to put them in your mouth till you find them. I am tired. Yes, I am, but that doesn't stop me from working. Which we will do nowish.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. Damie Hobo Ara Ara's Goku. You're running over 2 hours over 2 days. I'm sorry, Brambo. I have no sympathy for you. Brambo basically got to have sex for like a month straight. Alright. I'm not... Normies can backflip onto a landmine and die. Brambo's a normie now. Went and got a girlfriend. The whole 9 yards.
I'm proud. Many more.
You're proud? Yeah, they're cute together. If I'm not invited to their wedding, I'm going to once again become a Belgium denier.
They exist? I
Belgium
thought they only made
deniers?
waffles.
Yeah, and apparently chocolate, but I don't believe that it's. I think it's about the same thing. Oh, I found out where German chocolate cake was originally made.
Texas.
Texas. That is true. And the Argentine backbreaker is American and has nothing to do with Argentina. The German suplex is also American and has nothing to do with Germany. Yeah, the beer was good. It was okay beer. Hi, Sir Big Cat. The poor thing, the poor Yav's boyfriend couldn't handle the dark beer. When Brambo left the room, he handed it to me. I'm like, I'll drink it. It's good. It was good. It was good beer. Bit darker, but good. I would have brought beer with me from my beloved home state, but clearly they treat, I don't know, clearly they treat Brambo's beer nicer than my beer. Because if, as an American, if I put beer, I'm going to be risking it with a bottle of brandy. Let's put it that way. If I put like a few bottles of beer in, I guarantee they'll be broken by the time they get anywhere. And it's not like you can check bag that shit. I mean, you can't take that as a carry-on. You can check it in your luggage, but unless you pack that shit real good, you're just asking for it. Like a bottle or two would be good, but the beer I bring comes in individuals. It doesn't come in like a large bottle. It comes in like your standard beer bottle. Which is why Zova and... Because Zova and Brambo had good cheeseburgers from Wisconsin. Had mid-tier cheese curds where they were, but cheese curds are cheese curds. You eat them, they're good. And now they've got to come to Wisconsin to drink our beer, eat our sausages, have a grilled burger, and
some deep fried Oreos.
That's Texas.
That's every place in America.
We deep fry things, yes, but we do it at the state fair.
Exactly. I need to come to the state fair.
Oh my god! The next time Brambo and Zova organize a visit, they need to come visit me, and they need to do it during the state fair. Oh, I love state fairs. Brambo, you want to see what Wisconsin has to offer? We'll go to the state fair. All kinds of fun shit to eat. All kinds of fun stuff to drink. That's where occasionally you get... The last time I was there, we got the beer-infused donut. The beer-infused donuts. You know, they were okay. You know, you don't use really expensive beer when you infuse foods. It's like
no,
there
use
was
the fucking cheap, super cheap
there was
beer.
a Miller beer. There was a Budweiser donut. But they did use good beer for one thing, and they used summer shandy from Leinenkugel's to make the jelly in a lemon donut. And it was amazing. They also limited you to only one donut per person. One donut of one type per person. So you could get all 3 donuts. But you couldn't go back for like another donut. And they carded you. So you're like, yeah, I'm old enough to eat a donut. But also so that you didn't go back and be like, I want another donut. Like, I'm sorry, Mr. Insert last name here. You can't have another donut. You've eaten your donuts for the day. Wow. The state fairs where I first had ram shoulder, which was pretty greasy. I had my duck fajita there, my kangaroo burger. What else did I have? God. Deep fried vegetables. Deep fried cheese curds on, like, right there. You did miss a lot in Helldivers. But it's okay. If you're around for Monday at any point, we'll be doing Helldiver Monday, which is why we're working today.
That's why we work every day.
That's why we work for Helldiver
We do it for
Monday.
democracy.
We do it for democracy. But I was talking to Johns, and I'm like, John, should today be a work day? And Johns was like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, so Helldiver Monday can just be Helldiver Monday. And Johns was like, yeah. Like,
Or, we work on this whenever we want to and then play whatever we want to.
Yeah, I've just really been getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
The work is calling to me. But it'd be nice to take a break for Monday. Because I gotta get in there. I gotta dive, bro. Like, my power fantasy. I have not cracked 1,000 hours, which is rookie numbers. I'm still only sitting at 600, which is pathetic.
Yeah, I'm sitting under 3.
Yeah, but you're up and coming.
I'm like 30 levels below you.
Yeah, you'll get there. We'll get you your 1,000. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. No, it just means I'm efficient.
You're efficient. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I think probably about 200 hours of that is Baby Diver assistance. I fell into this thing where I was playing for days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just helping baby divers out. I was doing my part. So a great deal of my hours are not actually spent playing in my difficulty level. A lot of those were playing on 4. I did a stint playing in 1s and 2s for a while, but I ran into something really interesting. At the time, I think I'd hit 100, right? Because level progression slows down pretty significantly once you crack, like, 70, really. But, so I went and I would join, and I think I was a fresh 100. Fresh 100 or high 90s, right? I hadn't quite hit general yet. This was a lot. Oh, this was also before the level increase. So I was like, what, 50 for a lot of this? So I pop in. And when you're a level 50 and you pop into a level 1, you would think that the people would be like, oh shit, it's a level 50. Right? No. I got booted a lot of the time. And I was flabbergasted, like, what the hell? The cavalry has literally arrived. I'm handing out, I'm handing out stratagems left and right for people to try out. There's nothing more exciting than a level 10 getting in their Emancipator for the first time. You're like, I'll bring down the mech suit so you can experience it. And you bring it down and they go absolutely nuts. Killing everything that moves. It's very satisfying. Sometimes I had really good groups where I would help them out by just being support guy and asking, well, what weapon haven't you tried yet? I'll bring that with me. And then others, I just was like, I'm here. And then they were like, be gone, thought. Like, I didn't know. So I settled into helping at level 4. At around level 4, they're more chill. I mean, they still kill everything that moves. It isn't until you hit like 5 that you start to get an inkling that, hey, maybe I shouldn't murder everything that moves. And then you hit 6. And 6 is now not only where I think 5's where the game begins now. I think 6 is now advanced mode. Because these 6s are way harder than they were when I started. Definitely.
Well, yeah, they increase, definitely increase the difficulty.
Yeah, the curve is very different now. Alright. Johns has the ability to become the legend. Right? The legend of John Helldiver. Our boy has the opportunity to become John Helldiver.
It's John's War Diver, thank you.
John's a war diver.
John's
Okay.
at War Diver.
John's at war diver. Alright, okay. I'm on board. I can get behind this. The new Blaze Orange. Okay, so there's something really cool. If you pick the new Blaze Orange drop pods, right? When you go to get in your hell pod, the cap on your hell pod when you jump in and the ship is orange. So that's the same asset they're using, which I thought was very cool. It's like the actual pod that you're getting into. It's the actual asset that you were using. I thought that was very cool. I want to use the new stratagem. Not stratagem, the new modifier, but I'm scared. It
Oh, the fire.
the Hellfire drop pod? Yeah. Turn your stratagem into a turn your drop pod into an offensive weapon. Because I've been killed by a few of those, but I've also seen someone with just tremendous balls whipping their support weapon into a crowd of shit, the pod dropping and everything dying. Alright. And then they went and got their heavy machine gun, and I'm like, alright, fucking pop off, King. Fucking do it. Shannon would appreciate it. Look at our game. Alright, fine. Fine, we could do it. I think Helldivers, if we reworked classes into Helldivers archetypes. Right, Helldiver archetypes. We could do it in D&D. I think that would be fun.
No, that's easy.
Yeah.
I've thought about that already.
I mean, you wouldn't have your mage and your...
No, it's just martial classes. Everyone would literally just be a ranged fighter.
Of some form or another. I like the idea of playing and being the barbarian who loses his shit and just starts smashing things with the butt of his rifle. Alright. Disadvantage we have written down somewhere. Either way, we'll make a glossary. What disadvantage is you roll twice, you take the lower number on the die. That is disadvantage. Your first level of exhaustion will give you disadvantage. Your second level of exhaustion will lower your wound pool totally by 2. And your third level exhaustion will fucking kill you. You can be so tired you can die. So I was thinking about this while I was on the can. We have shocked. We need shocked. We need blinded. We have entangled. Somewhere in here. We have grappled. Hello, Chris. So many rules. not as many as Rifts. Is Rift still a thing?
All right,
Oh,
I'll be right
Rift.
back.
Okay, Rift is
I'm gonna make
still
some
around.
coffee.
Yeah, I get some kafifi. No, different game. Oh, it's still going. Wow. It's still got a lot of stuff. Rifts was the interesting game that had two damage systems. One being what they referred to as mega damage, and the other was structural damage. But each point of mega damage is equal to 1 point of structural damage, and most of the weapons on a lot of the shit. What Warbond do I recommend? Um, the electrical one, because it gives you the laser pistol. But the new fire one is really good too. I would. The only thing that came well out of that was really good out of the demolitions one that didn't get nerfed into oblivion is the grenade pistol, but it's not worth 1,000 credits. Electricity and fire, I would take. The other two are superfluous. No. No, if you're looking what to take first, that's like, because I have them all. But if you're looking for which ones to take first, I would go the electrical one, then the fire one, then Viper, then demolitions. Because we already have anti-explosive armor. Because there's that white armor and that other armor out of Polar Patriots. Oh, and you don't need anything out of Polar Patriots either. I don't think I use anything out of there. There's a white explosive proof armor, but there's also one normally that you can pick up as well. What guns are in Viper again? Oh. Viper Commandos released the New Liberator Carbine, which was okay. 60 damage, 45 magazine. It released the Bushwhacker, which is a shotgun. It released throwing knives. There's a helmet with a beret. There's one that increases melee damage. That's the Predator Light Armor. Also, an armor with no sleeves. And then they had the Twig Snapper, which increases melee damage again. So the two unique armors they had were both had Peak Physique on it, which increased melee damage by 50%. One was just a light armor, the other was a heavy armor. And I prefer medium armor. But the anti-explosive armor I use comes in medium and heavy, I think. Yeah, but we're not working with the Eruptor pre-patch. And I think the Adjudicator came out of that, and the Adjudicator was a great weapon up until they took away Shrapnel. Yeah, up until they took away Shrapnel, which is where the damage penetration was coming from, and lowered the number of shots you had and the number of magazines you had. I would still put the Demo Detonation Pack at mid-tier. But I use the laser version of the Liberator on bots almost exclusively.
I don't know. Technically, they're all mid tier.
What do you mean they're all mid-tier? That laser gun fucks.
I'm sorry, but the best gun is literally in the free pack.
Which one?
Punisher.
The Punisher is good. I want blindness to be worse. I'm experimenting.
I mean, you want to go in for shocked?
Yeah, sure.
Movement speed is halved.
Shocked?
Mm-hmm.
Movement speed is halved? Okay. Because I'm doing cold by movement speed reduced by 10. And we have... No, somewhere we have burned. Let me go find burned. We have grappling, augmentation, armor class. Now we were getting into just kind of running around, poisons, smogs, drunkenness, fire.
I don't know if fire has a state.
No, it has a thing, but I don't know if it has a state, so to speak. The burning character takes 1 wound every other round until put out.
All right. Not against that.
Yep. But you're right, I wouldn't say burned is a state. I wouldn't say it's a status effect. Because burned would occur after fire damage, and fire is bad enough in this game. Shocked is, I can see that being attached to some of the weapons. Blinded, I can see. Right now, I just have roll under disadvantage. Being cold will reduce your movement again.
I would just call it freeze. Not
Freeze?
cold. Call it freeze.
I mean, I come from 2nd edition, and 2nd edition gave you a -6. What if blinded rules in D&D? Because I know that's where you're going to come from, so let me just find out.
Yeah, just load up roll 20. Let's look up status effects 5e.
Fail any check that requires sight. Attack rolls against blinded creatures are made with advantage, while the blinded creature's attack rolls are made with disadvantage. Yeah, I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Okay. Would Maid make you happier, game? Yeah, Maid would make you happier. There, you happy now? Yeah, you're happy now. Okay. Bullet point. No bullet points. Oh, I hate that it won't just bullet point this right here that I have highlighted. Bird used to do that. What? Mr. Jadsworth? I'm guessing? Okay, John's at War is pregnant.
With a food baby.
With a food baby. You're always pregnant with a food baby. You're still learning to eat again. Poor. Okay, so John's had like this surgery on his tummy, and now has half of a tummy. So he's still learning that eat tummy, small tummy. You finished your last project for this? Congratulations, Jads. I'm happy for you. John's is still doing homework.
No, Chris. You say that they still come out small. I don't think they come out small still.
Food babies? Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
No broski.
They just stayed in there a little bit longer.
Yeah. I've had my ass torn up by a food baby before. And I've also had a really spicy curry food baby, and that was its own special experience coming out. Oh, brutal. Alright, any more status effects?
Deafened.
Deafened. Should we put an attack debuff on it? Because you get hit with a sound weapon, you're deafened. Right? So, can't get hit with that same thing to get deafened again. You're unable to hear.
You hit enter when you do you hit shift enter?
I do hit shift enter.
No wonder
that
that it
nice.
does that.
Because if I just hit enter, I get a weird space between everything. There we go.
Like I said, I'll fix everything in formatting for you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And we have disadvantage, advantage, get rid of exhaustion here. Okay, roll 20. Ranged. Reach, special, thrown, versatile, improved, silver, special. Okay. Crossbows, I think, are still a thing. Down we go. Ranges should be simple, so let's knock them out. We'll do siege weapon ranges next. But for now, we'll do small caliber handguns. Because we have their damage listed somewhere else.
Yeah.
So a crossbow. Let's see if they have range. They don't have ranges for guns. Pathfinder has guns.
D&D has guns.
Roll 20. Guns. There were no results. And when I was looking at the weaponry, wasn't giving me guns. It was giving me classic stuff: crossbows, darts. Oh, darts are a finesse weapon.
Well, yeah, they have to be.
No, did not know. I've never used darts. Okay, firearms are a martial weapon. Okay. Oh, we should add muskets in here.
I mean, pipe is just another caliber.
Yeah, okay.
Muskets are just another rifle.
Muskets are just another item. Okay.
Like pipe weapons, like in 7 Days,
Yeah.
or it's just makeshift.
Yeah. So that's what Spelljammer puts a...
3090.
Actually, Spelljammer puts automatic... Okay, so Spelljammer put pistols for Renaissance at 3090. It puts modern firearms on a different one. It's 40-120 for revolvers. Hunting rifles are 80-20-40. Shotguns are 30-90.
I will say worry about that when we actually create a weapons list.
Okay. That was on my list of shit to do today.
All right. Create
Yeah.
another
Chart? Yeah. Yeah, another chart, Johns. That's what the people have come to see. Dinner's ready, behave. Nobody ever behaves here. Unless you
Wait.
want to stave it off by doing jetpacks. Because we did status effects. Just, Johns, I believed in you.
Yes, we do believe in Shannon.
Yes, Shannon supremacy is something that I believe in. Ugh. All hail the bunny. Jetpacks. Do we have rules for fantasy jetpacks? So, fantasy jetpacks. Okay. Fantasy jetpacks would be determined by fuel. Here's jetpacks. Okay. Jetpacks. Components. Fuel. Height. Distance in a round, which would be forward and up and down. Fuel, height, distance in a round. Because fuel would determine how long you could run it.
But we have the fuel source.
We have the fuel source. We have Etheria.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have to, and then
Hi, Zova.
Oh my god, it's Zova. Hello, Zova. I see you brought your own fire. Bunsen! A Bunsen fire emote. Gigantified. I suppose I deserved that. Bunsen is in our bottom right. John's at on fire. Okay, I'll allow that one. Those are both really good. All right, Shannon, I will allow you one. You get one, Shannon. Arson Bunny is here. Arson Bunny. Oh, so much fire. All right. Fuel height, distance, and around, and how long the fuel lasts.
Mm-hmm.
That would be what we need. So fuel is Etheria. Height. How high can a jetpack go?
We'll say vertical,
I have an idea, but let's hear you.
100.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. So distance and around, they say a flight speed. I've heard flight speed of 90.
We could just do it similar to a jump pack.
Okay, I can see that. While jetpack is active, you gain flying speed of 60. I can see that. Give someone a hover option. And then... So what I'm
I would
looking
say
at...
hover for 3 turns.
Okay. Before you just... Either you have to jump again, or...
You have to let it recharge.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Alright.
Like you're given... It holds pretty much a few charges per... per one. Then you have to go get it refilled.
Okay. So our jetpacks are less for flying and more like Star Warsy jetpacks.
Yeah,
we
they're jump
saw-
packs.
Yeah, that we saw originally, which is jump packs.
Mm-hmm.
Smash charges 20 jumps.
No.
No. How dare you?
I'd say 4.
4?
Because you have to think, all right, if it holds 20 charge, how big of a fuel pack is that?
Okay. Trust the military man to think of how big a tank is. Okay. We never identified how much Etheria weighs or any of that, and we're not gonna do that.
No, that's why we're keeping it small.
That's why we're keeping it small. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jump pack rules. Jump pack.
Yeah, you can jump up to 100 feet high, 60 feet horizontally, and you're capable of hovering for 3 turns on one fuel source. Or on one charge. Actually, I would reduce the height. I'd do like
60? Kill it by 40? No, let's give him... Okay, so we won't give him 100. I'm inclined to give him 70.
Yeah. We do 70-40. You can cover 40 feet.
Okay. 70-40.
Or no, this is 70-50.
70-50. Okay. 20 feet more than if you're full out running. I like it.
Well, full out walking, because they're still dashing, which is
They're
double your
still-
distance.
Yeah. Oh, we're
But that's
keeping
an
dash
action.
rolls? Okay, alright.
Mhm.
Well, yes. You'd have to use your whole action to go that fast.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so distance is 50 feet. Four. Okay. Jump pack's done. So we lost jetpacks. They're not going to come flying in on jetpacks, but they will come bounding over the roofs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, no,
That's how
I'm...
you can do quick sniper positions.
Yeah, you just leap up there and post up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I can visualize it. So we have our status effects: shock, blinded, freeze, exhausted, deafened, disadvantage, advantage. Wound, that's just me writing up examples. That's just me writing up examples of people fighting.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So-
that's just the weapon, creating a small weapons list.
Okay, so weapons list and a ranged list are very intertwined.
Yes.
Ugh. Okay. Now to the boring stuff, chat.
Now we watch videos of Helldivers.
Now we watch videos of help. That's not boring. That's awesome.
No, it's boring because you're not playing it. You're just watching it.
Sorrowful. I think the word we're looking for is sorrowful because I'm not playing it. I weep a little bit in my heart because I truly love that fucking game. Alright. Glad I had my coffee. Weapons chart. So everything up to this was just suggestions. Hey, remember that these weapons are reach-based. Remember these weapons are small. Remember these weapons are going to be medium. Remember these weapons are going to be large. Okay, so...
Yeah, that's just a list for us. That's gonna end up going away.
Yeah, okay. Etheria, warships. Give me a quick second. Yeah, I know that. Oh my god.
What?
No, I typed in the wrong thing. Okay. Now, a long gun. I assume this is someone handling the gun. Okay, have you ever seen Last Exile?
Yes.
That scene where they open up they in the opening, right? Which, by the way, Cloud Age Symphony is an amazing song. They open it up during the bridge, and you see all of those soldiers turn, and they all look like they have some sort of longer weapon. Or what is a long gun? Explain this to me. What does it look like?
For siege weapons?
Yes.
Um, Let me find you an example.
Okay. Because oh my god, the Paris gun. I loved that gun. So the Paris gun was a piece of artillery that lobbed shells into Paris. And it's supposed to be for city-sized targets. It doesn't really do a lot of damage, not like the Big Bertha gun. And its payload was smaller, and the thing is, because of how it fired, the caliber of the shell would get bigger until they had to replace the entire barrel. And this thing is tall. It's a tall fucking gun. Had to be crane operated.
Kind of like this, Damien. I'll send it to you in DMs.
Yeah, okay.
If you're looking like modern day, it's like that. It's just like a single barrel.
No, sir. I don't like it.
It's like an artillery gun. That's it.
I don't know if it has any place in steampunk.
I said a modern.
Yeah, no. Okay, attach some gears and wires to it, and I'm on board. All right.
I'm just trying to show you like a
what a modern one looks,
what a long gun looks like.
Yeah. Okay.
It's literally just a mounted artillery gun.
Okay, I can work with that. What is its ranges?
Um,
I'm assuming it's meant for long range engagement.
yes, it's a siege weapon.
Yeah.
So probably. .160, 320? No, because siege. Let me look up siege distances real quick. I think they're 500 to 1,000.
Yeah. Oh, this one. This is interesting. There, they created it as a character, without any mental stats. And they had 500. They just have listed ranged weapon 500 and 1,000.
So the siege rifle in 5e homebrew, which is a 2d6 piercing which I'm assuming is like a I think it's just supposed to be a 50 cal. Is 100 400.
I can get behind that.
I would do. I'd do 250 500.
250, 500? Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you start with your engagement with long guns.
Ballistas, I would do 100 400.
Okay.
I would also just have ballistas. I would swap the values of ballistas and long guns.
Long gun's doing 6 wounds. Ballista's doing 5 wounds.
And the attached value.
Here I have often over 500 meters, so I want to make the upper. Maximum was 5. The maximum range was over 500 yards, 460 meters, but effective combat range for many targets was shorter. Okay, so what did you want to put that at? Was it 100, 500?
100 400.
100 to 400? I can live with that.
But I would change the attached values of ballista long guns.
Okay, so long guns attach value 2. Ballistas attach value 1.
Yep. We'll give the more
The heavier things attach higher attach
well,
values.
the more modern things.
Yeah, okay, so a long gun would be a more modern pounding weapon. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Attach value 2. Yeah.
I would do a harpoon. The harpoon's not meant to do damage.
No,
So I would honestly put it at like 3.
yeah, 3 wounds and then it moves into the attached state.
And then I would have it at like 75 250.
Yeah, because it's designed for close range engagement. We work with.
I know you just have to do FT.
Wow, I'm trying to be classy about this. But fine.
No, you could have it at feet. I'm just.
No, you want FT, you get FT.
What about NFT?
Are we going to sell the game as an NFT?
No, or just sell Damien as an NFT.
Remember, you don't own me. You just own the concept of me. That's even worse. Cannons I saw valued at 60 and 120. They are a close range weapon. At least is what I found from the couple of D&D ones I've gone with.
Yeah. Those are just regular cannons, and then
Yeah.
I would do heavy cannons, technically, or siege cannons.
Yeah.
I would drop the wound value of cannons by 1.
6, so they have the same as a long gun, just less attach points.
I'd actually do it at 5.
Attach points?
No, not attached.
Oh,
No,
5
I
would-
mean, no, cannon's meant to be. Actually, I would do.
Cannon is meant to be a close range pounding weapon.
Well, I was gonna say do an AOE. So cannon. Yeah, 6 wounds with a.
What, 10-foot AoE?
Yeah, with a 10-foot AOE.
Yeah. Because if a cannon slams into the station next to you, the movies tell us that shit fragments.
Mm-hmm.
And also the book that I had way, way back when that I can't find anymore that I was looking for gave me a bunch of these ranges.
But I would drop, say, the cannon to a 5.
No, it has an attached value of 1, so I can...
No. Damage of 5.
Yeah.
But since it has an AoE, it made it better.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is... For getting close, this is your bread and butter attack.
Mm-hmm.
You get close, you turn all the cannons, and you fire. So then I'm going to put heavy cannons at 7. Because that's 2 wounds. I want to make them... Do we make them so you have to get closer?
No. We could do heavy
keep
cannons
them?
at a further distance.
Okay.
Give it the 10-foot AoE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's still going to shatter into the side of the deck.
Mm-hmm. And then range.
I'd give it 10 or 20 more feet.
No.
I've been saying that a lot today. You're contrary today, Johns.
I'm spicy.
You are spicy. All right.
I'd say. Mm, 120 280.
$120 to $280. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're expensive, so.
Yeah, these are siege.
This is what you're gonna
Siege
see
cannons.
on like a dreadnought.
Oh, they're what you're gonna see on what you're gonna try to take out a dreadnought.
Let's see. How many?
These are your
weapons-
pirate cannons.
These are your pirate cannons. How many fucking weapons did you have, Davy Jones? Fictional Flying Dutchman had 46 broadside cannons, 18
Broadside?
24-pound cannons, 20 36-pounders, 8 3-pounders on the upper deck, 4 on the quarter, 4 on the aft. Its full broadside contained 23 cannonball called shot, weighing 588 pounds. Wow, they really... Both triple guns fired 9-pound cannon. That's a fucking heavy cannonball. Somebody went and figured that out. I'm sure they released it in a Pirates of the Caribbean book. That's just a lot of fucking armament.
Mm-hmm.
That shit
Well-
must have been huge. It would have to be to carry that much armament.
Yeah. That was all the size of a dinghy.
It was all the size of my dinghy. Fucking 20 attach points on my dinghy. What was it? The Grim Yeater chucking a Kia every couple of... I'm sorry. That's suddenly all I can think of. Firing the effective weight of a Kia every couple of seconds.
The Kia Rio, yeah.
Yeah. And then those mad lads turn. purposely submerged the side of the ship so they could keep firing. That is the good stuff. All right, how far do you think a triple gun goes? I see it as a shorter range weapon with much heavier cannon attached to it. That's what I envision. You pull it up and you pound away.
What do you want to say?
You see? Also, I want to increase the AoE to 15 feet.
For heavy? Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too.
Oh, no, I meant for the triple guns.
No, the triple gun's not going to have an AoE.
Alright, so this is a piercing boat smasher.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about for the heavy cannon. I was like, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Now we've got effectively, I mean, so I'm not attached to this weapon, by the way. I just only said it because I'm a Pirates of the Caribbean fan.
What, the heavy cannon?
No, the triple guns. The triple gun is effectively a rapid-firing cannon.
Triple gun's more like one of these. More like one of these, Damie.
One of what? You sent it to me? The 8-inch cannon. Okay.
It's like that. It's like a triple long gun.
I see your image.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I raise you 3 cannons that rotate.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That I would have considered that the heavy.
Oh, that's what we would. Okay, all right. We consider that a heavy cannon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me.
Jamie,
Yeah.
pay attention to your own stream.
Oh, that is actually an accident. I was responding to something in Discord, and I thought my Discord was up higher, so I just clicked over. That was me not paying attention. That was me getting my buttons wrong. I'm like, what do you want, Johns? I'm on Spare. Does everyone want to see what Spare's doing? Okay.
Playing with the lovely jacks.
Playing with the lovely jacks. Okay, so that just looks like 3 long guns put together for me.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
So
I would have it at a shorter range. That's it. I would do 2 400.
do we increase its attach value to 4, or do we keep it at 3?
Nope, at 4.
Okay.
Or at 3.
All right. I'm like, oh, at 4. I'm like, well, that's up 1.
And then the rail cannon.
I mean, that's intended to go far, isn't it? Like those,
Yes.
You can hurl a magnetically launched piece of fuckery very far.
Yep, that's a 500,000. You're going to reach out and touch somebody with that thing.
Yeah. And it has a great, many attach points. But it is our version of the Grim Yeater.
It is the siege sniper rifle.
long guns a consistent firing weapon, or do they require a round to reload?
Every weapon requires a round to reload. Except the sniper, it takes 2. Or the
rail cannon?
the other one that would take, all of them would just be a round to reload. Because it takes 1 round to cool, 1 round to reload.
Alright, what about a ballista,
1 round to reload.
which requires no cooldown?
It takes 1 round to reload.
Okay.
Every weapon requires 1 round to reload.
Because that means, so what it means is that we fire on, reload, fire on.
Yes. Unless you're running 2 people on a cannon.
Yeah.
Because then
Okay.
it's 1 person fires, the other person reloads. The only one that cannot do that is the rail cannon, because it requires a round to cool down.
Okay. So I'm going to actually make a more blanket statement on this.
Mm-hmm. But for the rail cannon, what I would put, I would just put requires 1 round to cool weapon. Okay. So a rail cannon simply cannot be manned. It requires those 2 rounds to chill out and then fire. Well, it requires a round to chill out.
Okay. So the fire team will reduce it.
It requires 1 full round to cool down.
Yeah, that would. Okay. So we're talking about fire team equation now. 2 people man the same siege weapon, its reload is reduced by 1. So it will always take 1 round. So a fire team will reduce this to 1 round to reload.
I would just put in quotations requires 1 round to cool
Yeah, well,
before it can be reloaded.
all right. It's superfluous, but a good point
No,
to
it's
point out.
not superfluous because a fire team would not reduce the cooldown of it.
Okay, so it
Because-
stays at 2 rounds no matter what.
Yeah, because it fires on 1 round.
Okay,
It
so-
has to cool the next round
All right. Fire
and then can be reloaded.
does not reduce. Okay. So we're going to make a note that the first round is the weapon cooling off. We're putting that in just for any DM that decides, oh, what happens if you come near it?
You could be burned. You could be any number of mutilations to it.
The round would explode.
Yeah, I mean we're basically talking about a coil powered by our mysterious energy source being hurled at very, very high speed.
Yeah, the triple gun would not require 2 rounds to reload. If it had a fire team, it could be done in 1.
Okay. All right, then I erase its 2 rounds to reload. Because then that would place it at it fires every round. If 2 people man the same siege weapon.
Yes.
All right. So we have siege weapons now. So our heavy ship frame can attach is an attach value of 3. I increased vehicles by land by attach value of 1. So you can at least have 2 weapons on it. The idea is that you could put a long gun on it. Or the land version of a long gun. Or 2 ballista. Because I looked at it and I'm like, War Wagon only holds 1. Because this is like a fantasy APC is the idea. I would love some ammo to tease Roxy. Is it the straightener? When hit straightens you out. How many people does an armored personnel carrier hold?
An APC holds the driver, the team leader, the gunner, and I believe 6 passengers.
Driver, gunner, 6 passengers, that's 8.
Or it might be 4. Might be 4 in the back.
So we'll go with 6 people. Attach points 8, attach value 6, attach value 3. So like you wouldn't be able, so you could put a triple gun on a light ship. I would particularly use 3 cannons, but that's just how I roll. Get up on someone and then blast away. So these weapons all give people you have a lot of ranges here, guys. Pigtails twist, slave handles. Oh my god. Pigtails are twin. I always just refer to them as handlebars. So with the ranges we picked out, we have combat at pretty much every stage of approach.
Mm-hmm.
As you would then move in to try and hit with heavier weapons, or if you've got enough attach points and money, you're just winging rounds willy-nilly every 2 rounds from fucking way out there. Because the long gun's effective range, the long gun's extended range is 50. The rail cannon is 500 to begin with. So you're right. This is the fantasy ship sniper rifle. This is hitting you before you know what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the opener.
It's the opening salvo. Okay. That is everything for land vehicles. Vehicles by land, vehicles by sea.
I mean, we another thing. You're gonna hate this, by the way, Damie.
I've hated everything you've said today, so let's go.
So there's siege weapons, and then
Yeah.
there's also mounted weapons.
I go back to something later. I go back to something earlier John said, which was folding in siege and mounted weapons together to make it simpler.
Well, because we also need to add like the 50 cal machine guns.
Do we want steampunk machine guns? Because if we do,
We have machine guns.
Okay, Because if we do that, I want stationary Maxim guns to be where
Because
we're
we also
going
need to
with that.
create mounted lightning guns
Well, we do need to create a mounted lightning gun. Okay, so
and a
fine.
mounted flamethrower.
Mounted weapons. What's the difference between a mounted weapon and a siege weapon?
I mean, really nothing. It's just an attached value of 1.
Okay. Would that mean that cannons are now a mounted weapon?
Cannons are a mounted weapon. They're a siege weapon. Actually, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Should we have siege weapons with the attached value of 2? And have the mounted weapons only be the attached value of 1?
Okay. Siege weapons are attached values 2s and higher. Mounted weapons are attached value. Yeah, I can do that.
And do harpoon attached value 1?
Yeah, harpoon would be attached value 1. Move that down here. Move cannons down here.
No, I'd leave because I mean,
Well, but-
technically there is a striker can be turned into a tank. There are tank style cannons on that can fit on a striker.
Okay. I don't know what a striker is. So you'll have to explain that to me. Is it some kind of vehicle of some kind? Like a rolling vehicle?
Let me send it to you.
Okay.
This is what I'm talking about.
Because I have no idea.
Welcome to war. That is a
Nope.
striker.
Don't muddy the water too much. Okay, that. Okay, that.
That is an
looks-
APC as well, by the way.
Okay, so that would be our version of a war wagon.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Technically, it can fit a cannon.
Okay, so then technically a cannon becomes a mounted weapon.
I mean, yeah.
Unless you want to type in, unless you want to add lesser cannon.
No. I say fuck it. We ball.
Okay. Okay. Then we remove these attach values,
Except for the other ones.
except for the triple guns, the rail cannon.
That's it.
Yeah.
I would actually do heavy cannons at attach point of 3 then.
Okay. I can get behind that. Okay, so triple gun, heavy cannon, both have the same attach value.
Ooh, we should do a trebuchet.
That's what we're gonna do in a moment.
But that's a siege weapon.
Yep, because I'm gonna put stationary siege.
You could put it.
Nerds, you're a nerd,
What's going on, Oblivion?
and we are huge nerds. Can you see a trebuchet on a ship?
Yeah, you can mount a trebuchet on a ship.
Give me a second. Was there ever a boat with a mounted trebuchet? Yes. Okay. I'm not sure I'll count that as a literal
Yeah, there's ship-mounted trebuchets.
Victoria Brothers and the Ship of the Hands, which hunted them, uses blinds, which is small trebuchets, to attack. Okay, yeah, mounted trebuchets are a thing.
So you just fucking type in ship-mounted and then T, and it came up with trebuchets.
Yeah, I did, and then was drilling down.
Yeah,
Trebuchet's
there's
effect on a ship. Oh, Mangala was a trebuchet used in ancient China that was mounted onto rolling things. Well, I mean, obviously you mount a trebuchet onto wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, that's not a mounted weapon. siege
Trebuchet is
weapon.
not a mounted weapon. Trebuchet is a siege weapon. Okay. Where does it go damage-wise?
Give it a 5.
Okay, so it's going to go under long gun. I'm organizing these by damage type.
That's fine.
Trebuchet.
Actually, should we have a...
Trebuchets go really far. If I'm remembering correctly. Only because of the argument between catapults and trebuchets. There's a whole subreddit about trebuchets, by the way.
Yeah, I'd say 150, 300.
That is a very far range, yeah. Okay. How far does a catapult go?
That's why I chose trebuchet over catapult.
Do we want to put catapults in, or did our people just stick with the better version?
Our people stuck with it better.
Okay.
Because we're in the air. We don't have a solid base underneath us.
No. No.
Trebuchets have more of a recoil.
Yeah.
Catapults have more of a
Catapults have
recoil.
more of a recoil, whereas trebuchets just swing.
Yeah.
One of the benefits to a trebuchet to a cannon, not a cannon, to a catapult is a trebuchet does not move backwards.
Nope.
It just kind of rattles. Yeah, catapult is what he used for force. But if you wanted to wing something like rotten bodies into your enemy's encampment, you got yourself a trebuchet.
Mm-hmm.
As
Well, I'm
opposed-
saying trebuchets also didn't cause the bodies to rip apart as quickly as a
No,
catapult
they
does.
didn't. Yeah.
Catapults had a lot of AoE in the beginning
Catapults
part
do
of it.
have a lot of AoE. This is a more refined weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So our people went from trebuchets, discovered gunpowder, moved on to cannons, kept trebuchets for their range and ease of, and also cheap ammunition. You just load rocks in a fucking trebuchet. Okay, it makes sense thematically.
Okay, so I'm kind of thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we should put cannons back on siege. I'm trying,
Okay.
and just make a smaller cannon.
Okay.
Just to have it to where there is,
Okay, so now remember, we are looking at this from reasonably what we would want our medium and light ships to attach to. So, a medium ship, if cannons are the most common thing, okay, a medium ship would be able to attach 4 cannons.
Mm-hmm.
And a heavy ship, well, actually, a medium ship has 6 attach points, so it'd be able to attach 3 cannons. A heavy ship would be able to attach 4 cannons. If you were just a cannoneer.
I would say almost double the value of attach,
Okay.
specifically for boats. Like the heavy should be like 16 attach. Like these are war vessels.
Kawachas I'm seeing are Zambian dollars. And so are useless. Zambian money is useless. Unless we're loading it into a fucking trebuchet and firing it on the enemy. Alright, so double the attach values. Watcha? Okay, that's what it... Okay, got it. So then light ships get 6. Because, yeah, you just omit the attach slots for passenger ships. You reduce them for mercantile, but yeah, these are designed as war vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
And so as a war vehicle, okay.
A war wagon has an attach point of 1.
Okay, which is our APC, this is our striker.
And then, just have...
So we're moving our ironclads onto land.
Yeah, these are our tanks.
These are our tanks. So medieval missile platform missiles and arrows are formed with... Are arrows with fireworks.
Oh, you're talking... Okay, I know what Oblivion's talking about.
Oh, you know what Oblivion's talking about? You know what Blivy is on about?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what Blivy's on about.
Let me send you a photo.
Thank you, I appreciate it. The most fantasy siege anything I've ever done is make cannons, ballistas, and this big ass fucking arrow launcher. Basically a
that's-
scorpion.
This is what a Watcha is. It's not it doesn't have a
I
K
know
in
what
it, by
that
the way.
is. That's just the Saturn missile launcher firework is a smaller version of this.
Yes. But there's no K in it.
No.
It's just a W.
This is just a bunch of evil bottle rockets.
Yes. They're literally fireworks attached to arrows.
Yeah.
And highly inaccurate.
The forbidden bottle rocket.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Mythbusters did a whole thing on it. It was awesome.
I'll have to look at it. Okay, so our ironclads are actual fucking cannons.
Yeah, those are the tanks.
Okay, so what is its crew?
3.
Three people.
The driver, the TC, and the gunner.
Alright, so crew of 3. What's its AC?
Um,
Oh, how many wounds does a war wagon have?
how many wounds does a regular ship, a light ship have?
A light ship has 30
30.
wounds.
$25.
Okay. Okay, so your ironclad, I would push the AC up to 15 or 16. And this
No.
is
I'd say 15. Because remember, 16 is the highest you can roll on a die.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You know, raw anyway, without modifiers. How many attach points would you attach onto this?
3.
3 attach points.
Yep, 1 cannon and 1 mounted, in the sense.
Okay, so...
Hi, Luna.
Hi, Luna.
Hi.
It's like 1 cannon and 1 ballista. Or 1 cannon and 2 ballistas. Okay.
Or 1 cannon and, a 50 cal.
Whatever that's going to be in fantasy. At any point in time, you want to tell Johns we don't have that weapon, feel free to rein him in, Luna.
Well, I just got here, so...
Do you want machine guns in this fantasy?
Only if you have to crank them.
There we go. I'm going to take a whiz. You two talk about it.
And here we put on family-friendly mode, and we don't say, I've got something you can crank.
Now, where's the fun in that? So I haven't slept yet.
Really?
Yeah, insomnia hit hard today.
I think I went to bed at like 3 o'clock. Like I went after we got off, I went and ate something, and then I think I sat in the kitchen for like an hour watching a video.
Yeah, I've officially been up over 24 hours.
You want good news though?
Sure.
I am done with seasonal goals. Well, the rewards at least.
Oh, yay.
I have
I'm not.
all of them
I've
now.
given up on it.
I just wanted all those star crumbs. That's it.
Yeah, I want them too. But I don't want to do anything that I would have to do to get them.
Well, the ones I did were pretty easy. I didn't do any of the final challenges.
All right. Oh,
I
Luna
couldn't
doesn't
even do
like
the
fishing.
fishing.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
do the fishing.
Oh.
I didn't do that one.
I did it.
You
I
caught all
acc-
22 fish?
Yeah, I accidentally did it.
Oh, nice.
Because those 22 fish don't count the special fish.
Fucking show off.
Really?
I will load up Once Human later, but I'm pretty sure I accidentally did the fishing challenge.
I mean, that's good. No, the ones I did were all... For the final one, if that's what you're looking for, the ones I did were the ones that were pretty easy. I think I did, like, all the exploration one. I did none of the challenges, I'll tell you that. None of them were the challenges. Because fuck that.
Oh, the challenges? Yeah, they were a little bit dookie poo.
The only one that was feasible was the dog in 6 minutes. Oh, also good news. We got Krista Nivius through the Forsaken Monolith.
So the picture was an old woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's some buff.
Okay. See, you did the Forsaken Monolith without me.
You still need to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, we can get it done later.
Okay. Ironclad. I want this to be the scary one.
Yeah, that's the tank.
Yeah, so I gave it 40 wounds. I want this to be the thing that rolls on and everybody pounds on it.
Or the one that everyone sees it and runs.
And fucking bolts. I'm thinking like just a rolling weapons platform clad in armor with huge bolts attached to it where the where you've placed the plates.
Don't worry, we'll have Luna draw everything out for us to
Excellent.
give example photos.
I love
It's gonna
it.
be great.
It's gonna be amazing. All right. Do we need another vehicle?
Um,
Hi, Bolt. How many of you attached? You are a single attach point. So I can put 3 of you on this ironclad. Bolt is someone who DMs, actually. Pathfinder.
nice. God, I haven't played a Pathfinder game in forever.
Friend of my sister unit.
Oh. Actually, you want to make it even scarier?
Okay. Because this
Give it
is like...
one more attachment point.
Because this is like the rolling beam, so it can just have a fucking rail cannon sticking out the front of it, attached
Exactly.
to the top. Okay.
Make it scary.
I would, if we want to do machine guns, right? I don't want them to be handheld. I just,
No,
I don't.
I like Crank.
Yeah.
I like the Crank Gatlings.
Should we put them as a mounted weapon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, my kid showed up and started talking immediately. Oh my god, they did it again.
Okay.
Did they
How
play
much-
with your heart?
And
Did they
get
lose
lost in the game?
Yep.
Oh, baby.
No, the entire wrapper for my burger is covered in grease.
Oh, vile.
It's like they threw it on the grill first.
So we are building a steampunk. Okay, for all of you who've joined in who don't know what we're doing, hi, I'm Damie. I'm the hardest working game designer on Twitch, and I'm with John's at War, who's now the other hardest working game designer on Twitch,
I'm just a co-creator.
the co-creator of this game. I'm joined with Luna Love, they, them, who is going to run this game. And what you're looking at, what I decided to do, because people seem to like me working on a custom system for someone else, is we're taking this to market. You will be able to buy this.
Wow, I don't even get a best on Twitch. Fuck you.
You're the best Luna on Twitch.
Oh no, you can't say that. I have too many Luna friends.
You have too many Luna friends? I said it. So,
The best fox deity. Or the
There's a
best
lot of
lunar
those, too.
fox deity on Twitch.
there's more than one of those, too.
There's a
Well,
lot
I
of
don't know
those,
any
too.
others, so.
Yeah. Good process of elimination. Let's go. So, so the idea was for our goals for the TwitchCon drive that we did was if we reached a certain amount, chat would get to determine what kind of game we made. Chat picked steampunk. So we're
Thankfully.
making
Thankfully.
Thankfully, they didn't pick standard
They
fantasy.
almost picked traditional fantasy.
They almost picked traditional fantasy, which would have been boring. We would have just been going, how do they do it in D&D? How do we represent this in 2D8? Working in 2D8, something I've never seen before. So that's good. We're providing something nobody has ever seen before. And we're about 80% done with the core. And about 30% done with presentation. But the core is what we're working on right now. Because presentation is actually going to be done offline because it's just us typing up stuff. What you guys are seeing is the guts. What it takes to actually create a game. But yes, the game is called Pressure Relief. You will be able to buy it. Interestingly enough, if Luna's World is good enough, well, I'll just expand on that as the setting.
If I'm
Hi,
good
Electro.
enough.
If it's good enough, yeah. Also, Luna will be running this because Luna's event, like their thing that they did, had them run a one shot. And we've just combined these two ideas together because Luna doesn't want to do fantasy.
No, I don't.
It was either that or I was going to be like, Luna, just use your copy of 52. Cheese it! Cheese it! They won't know the difference. Okay, Maxim guns. I have an idea. I'm going to postulate this, okay?
Hmm.
With the Maxim gun, there was actually a British technique for Maxim guns and Gatling guns that came afterwards. To every, 3 seconds, you tapped what is effectively the butt of the Maxim gun to make it move. The idea was this is a mow-down weapon. It's going to hit multiple people. That is my postulation. That this weapon is similar to the Maxim gun that was created ahead of it in our world, and thus is designed as just spray bullets and hit as much shit as possible.
So it has a base damage, but an AoE.
Yeah, a base damage, but an AoE. A small AoE, but an AoE.
So basically, it's just a lot of bullets really fast with inaccurate shots.
Yeah, which
So
is
it's
what
like
Maxim
a
gun was.
A 15-foot cone.
Yeah, oh, I like that. Yes. How many wounds would it cause?
I guess it depends on how many shots it actually hit.
Well, we're
No,
not
I'd
going to.
say
We're not going to think about that. We're just going to think about base damage. We're s-
3.
We're assuming, okay, 3 wounds.
3 wounds to everybody, or 3 wounds to the main target?
3
No,
wounds
it's
to
3
everything
wounds.
there.
Yeah, it's 3 wounds in a.
You still have
in
to,
a,
so the person still has to make an attack. And they'll make an attack on each object in that cone. So if there are 4 people, that's 4 different attack rolls that you've got to get through their AC on. Not
Well,
like you
it's
hit the
one
first-
attack roll, and it has to
It has to
beat everybody's
Yeah.
AC.
So whoever's AC isn't pierced, they don't take any damage. But like your buddy next to you, so say it's you have an AC value of 13, right? The Maxim gun user rolls a 12. Well, the 13 isn't going to take any damage. They've avoided getting shot through a
But the
defense
5
action.
dudes with no armor, yeah,
The 5
they get
dudes
hit.
with no armor who are like, oh, my armor class is 10, they're all going to get hit by the gun.
Yep.
So you make one roll and everybody compares their armor class. They're like, okay. Now, how
Okay.
far out? What is the effective range of a Maxim gun?
Well, I feel like it's going to get really inaccurate farther away, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't say too much of a range.
The
Otherwise,
effective
it's just
range
overpowered
of,
as fuck.
Yeah, the effective range of a Maxim gun varied on the specific model, and caliber was typically around 800 to 1,000 fucking meters.
Yeah, we're going to scale that down,
We're gonna scale that down.
so we don't need a total death machine.
Which is what the Maxim gun was designed as. Oh, it was water cooled. It also looks fucking awesome.
Actually, no, I think it would be is it a 45-foot cone?
Because the Maxim gun had wheels. It is effectively... Oh, yeah. We have it as a mounted weapon.
I have to look at the cone system of D20 again. Now we'll get just put it in red.
Okay,
Work on range.
Cheater.
work on range.
What? How's that cheating?
Huh?
How's it cheating?
I didn't say cheating. I asked if my mom was here.
Oh, I thought you said cheater.
No, I said, is she here?
Oh,
I heard cheater.
Yeah, cheater!
how dare you move on? Oh, it used the advent of smokeless powder, developed by Hiram's brother Hudson Maxim, helped change. Oh, otherwise the fucking gun started to smoke.
Yeah, that would
Yep.
make sense.
Oh, that's interesting.
I don't know if we're scaling the cone down to a 15-foot cone, we could just scale the range in a similar fashion.
Well, the cone is the distance how long it is.
Yeah. So
That's what I
right
said.
now,
I need to look at the cone distance in D&D, and then I can give like,
equate it.
hey, it's a 45-foot cone.
Because right now, 3 wounds in a 15-foot cone would mean it's 15 feet out is where the weapon hits.
That's wild.
Yeah. Because you make the cone as 15 feet. This would mean that you have... If this was the range of the Maxim gun, I would then turn it into a fantasy handheld machine crank gun. Just like, eat shit. But we're working on mounted weapons. These are the kinds of things that you would like attach to like a wagon or roll out on its own wheels.
God, how would you stabilize a crank gun?
The same way you'd stabilize. Well, you'd lay down.
Sorry, that's just an errant thought.
You'd lay down and it would have the 2 stabilizers that come out the side, like come out the back, and you would dig those in and then fire.
Makes sense.
We gave you a tank, Luna.
I'm sorry, what?
We gave you a tank.
You all made me a fucking tank?
We made an armored personnel carrier, and we made a tank.
Yep.
We've
Can't say I'm
reworked.
surprised.
We've reworked siege weapons. John's got his railgun. That takes a round to cool off. So
Makes sense. It's a railgun.
Yep. So all siege weapons have a. It's a big coil powered by Etheria.
Is John's gonna be playing in this?
The whole dumpster fire will be playing.
Fantastic.
I see how Luna just doesn't want me to play with them.
You're part of the dumpster
No, I just
fire.
wasn't 100% sure who was playing.
Are you not part of the dumpster
I do
fire?
want you to play.
I am part of the
Because
dumpster fire.
everything that you added to this game, I'm going to make your problem.
Yeah, you're part of the dumpster fire. It's John's, Liz, Luna, Roxy, and Damie. Are all part of the dumpster fire. Which is noted as the heat as a mechanic in steampunk setting sounds about right. Yes, Bolt. It is. Turns out ballistic technology is really good. Yes, it is, Bolt. So we figured out all your siege weapons that I'll let Johns make. He added some modern weaponry. Me and Johns have been at odds today.
Mm-hmm.
The synergy is there. We've just been disagreeing on siege weapons, and I've been acquiescing because I don't make siege weapons, like, at all. Because I've never had to use a fucking siege in any game I've made. Ever. That is... Johns apparently has?
I have.
Question mark? So... The only
It's part of
siege-
the Monster Hunter campaign is were siege weapons.
Yeah. So the only siege I've ever done is in 2nd edition, and it was not that great of a module. It was very clunky.
And also, this is there for if people use it.
Yeah.
They don't need to use them,
No.
but they can. Depends on how much of a
This would be an expansion concept.
Well,
that
it
you
it
made
really
us do.
depends on the totalitarianism that the DM wants to use.
I mean, I guess. Roll a tank through the middle of the street.
Yep.
People fucking run.
Yep.
Because this ironclad that we built has 4 attach points, meaning you could stick a railgun on it as its forward cannon.
Yep.
That would use
Or you
all
could
of
stick
its,
2 long cannons on it.
yeah, or 2 long guns on it,
Or a long gun and 2 machine guns.
or a cannon.
Mm-hmm. Or, you know, put a triple gun on it and...
Yeah. 2 trebuchet? No, a triple gun and 2 ballistas. The
Uh-huh.
2 Maxim guns on the side. Yeah. It's made to scare the shit out of people. A trigun, yes.
Alright, well, I love you all.
We're being
Where are
abandoned
you- Where are
already.
you going?
I gotta go play hide and seek with a bunch of monsters.
Okay.
Hide and seek with a bunch of monsters?
Yeah. Jamie, you've heard of the game GTFO.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
get the fuck off.
That's what I'm playing today.
Oh, okay, okay.
I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen it.
All right, Johns, I'll keep making stuff you don't like.
Alright, I love you. I gotta go play on the Stack Up channel.
All right, bye, Johns.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let's make some stuff Johns won't like.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
All right, so we have. He really did all the work on siege engines. Like all of it.
Ooh.
Let's see. Okay, Luna, you have your status effects.
Yay!
So your status effects are shocked. Someone moves at half movement. Blinded, rolls to attack the blinded person are made with advantage. Rolls to attack from the blinded person are made with disadvantage. And you fail any check that would reasonably require sight. If
Okay.
you freeze, your movement is reduced by 10 and your melee is delivered at -1.
Is there a reason we put an ED on those?
A what?
An ED. Why isn't it just shock or and blind?
That's the autism. All right, there you go.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, you're pointing out my autism.
Yeah. Exhaustion. The first level of exhaustion, you receive a disadvantage on all your rolls. The second level of exhaustion, you lose 2 wounds from the total number of wounds that you have. So it comes off
Okay.
the top.
Ooh. Okay.
And then the third level of exhaustion, you die.
Fantastic. I'm currently in the second stage.
Of exhaustion.
When it's
Your hit
really
points have
so
been
bad.
reduced.
Oh, they have been. I saw my toe earlier. I thought I was gonna die.
Oh no. You're already wounded.
I'm already wounded. I was so close to death.
You're so close to death. Do you need me to give you mouth to elbow resuscitation?
That might work. Wait,
Alright.
will it? I don't know.
It's only one way to know. Deafened. Any attack against a deafened player that would utilize sound is no longer effective. So if you hit someone with a sound gun, right, it hurts them. But if it deafens them, the sound gun no longer works until they're undeafened.
Okay.
But they're unable to hear. So if the DM wants to apply any negatives to that, like you would need to hear something, you simply can't. Not until the
Okay.
deafened state goes away. Sir Big Cat didn't know what advantage and disadvantage was, so this is a good idea. We have disadvantage. When under disadvantage,
help.
you roll twice. It's always good just to list this out.
Yeah.
Take the lower dice roll. And then under advantage, roll twice, take the higher dice roll.
Beans.
This may be later relabeled pressure and relief.
Ah, thank
You're still
goodness. I
being
was about to
snuggled?
say there are some things that I want to add some flavor names to later,
Yeah.
potentially.
And I was worried about advantage and disadvantage, but it looks like D&D didn't actually get that concept. It's a concept that appears in a couple other places. But it's
Yes.
a good concept.
It is a
because
good concept.
in 4th edition and in 3rd edition and in 2nd edition and in 1st edition, you would be under the effect of negatives as opposed to rolling and taking the shittier roll. So like bless would give you like a +4, you would, or +3, maybe a +2, I don't know. Let's just say a +2. I haven't played 3rd edition in forever. So you would cast the bless spell and it would give you bonuses, right? It put you in a position with enough buffs you just kind of couldn't miss. And
Yeah.
then 3rd put in you could only, that's when they started categorizing, and they're like, you can only have a buff of X type at any given point in time. So you couldn't do like two holy or radiant buffs. It just doesn't work like that. Okay, so when advantage and disadvantage came out, it really changed the game so that you could apply bonuses without worrying about really tipping the table. You just have another chance to do a better thing.
Right.
So, and I like that.
Yeet.
All right, John's wants weapon examples. Because all of our calibers here. Right?
So many.
All of our calibers do 1, 2, and 3 wounds.
Okay.
I wouldn't have done that. But that's the military in John coming out.
Yeah.
I would do small, medium, and large damaging weapons. We determined pistol whipping is always one life point plus strength. And on a critical failure, the gun has to be repaired. 2 1s come up, you've cracked your gun.
Oh,
He wants
that's
rocket
fair.
launchers. Oh, bleeding.
Rocket launchers are going to be an interesting thing to add into this.
I don't like it.
I think it'll be something that I make exceedingly rare, but
If you pistol whip with a gun that's heated up, does it do more?
I think it would do damage to both of you.
We're not working with a heat mechanic with handheld weapons. We're working with a heat mechanic for siege weapons. Advantage death, disadvantage bleeding. Bleeding!
Not currently.
Oh, that's good. Yay world. Alright. Use recoil to achieve ramming damage on an enemy trying to flank you. We don't have flanking rules. I'm going to do everything possible to ensure we don't have flanking rules.
Flanking?
So flanking rules would be if you have an enemy to either side of you, you are considered flanked. And the enemies on either side of you would have a bonus to hit you.
Yeah, that might be a little too complicated for a 2d8.
It wouldn't be. I just don't want to do it.
I'm gonna say it's too complicated for a 2d8, okay?
Oh, so you're the boss now. Okay, thank God.
Well, I have to make this fucking world.
Yeah,
I get some say.
we made you jump packs. They were going to be jet packs, now they're jump packs.
Okay.
Like classic Star Wars jump packs. Their fuel is going to be liquid etheria. The max jump height is 70 feet up. Max movement distance is 50 feet and around. You can hover for 3 turns. Your max charges are 1. So basically, every time you engage it, you utilize a charge. If you're hovering
Okay.
for those 3 turns, that's 1 charge. If you're using it to move 50 feet, that's 1. So rather than them flying down from the sky, you have them jumping over buildings.
Okay. Wait, hold up. Hold up.
Okay.
We're not putting the prosthetics in until after my one shot?
Luna, you wanted us to not do prosthetics so you could do prosthetics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a part in it.
Yeah, exactly. You said specifically that you wanted to do the prosthetics. So after you do the one shot, I will then take what you've made and adapt it into prosthetics. If it's really good, I'll just use it.
Okay, because one of the bosses was gonna have a prosthetic. So that could be how we introduced the idea.
That. Like negating enemy
Do you have a
cover.
lighter Nana can use?
Do you
For
what?
keeping them from
Does
moving.
Nana? Do you have a lighter that Nana can use?
Have a lighter she can use
A lighter.
somewhere. I have one for my candles wherever the hell I put it. It has to come back though.
I'm scrapping relief. I'm scrapping that relief and pressure system. Because the original one was... Oh, thank you for the arson, Electro. The original one was rolling a die... Rolling a singular die if you were under relief, and then rolling it until you got a better result. One singular die, and then adding it. And then pressure, there's Shannon again. And then pressure being rolling one singular die until you have a lower value, and then adding it.
She needs it for.
I'm not making train rules. Alright, we did healing tonic. We did smog indexes. We did airships.
Did the fantasy drugs.
We did the fantasy drugs. You know we want green spaces. We know that it's gritty, not clean architecture. We know we want a dystopian hierarchy, but you're going to have to make it.
Mm-hmm. You can leave that there. Like
Yeah.
the concepts for that stuff.
Yeah. I'm just taking away the shit that... There's some shit that you know now that we've put in. This is stuff that we... Okay, so I can still generate a character. I've still made my character.
Right.
Okay? He still exists. And the game can be played like this. It can. With just a lot of flavor text on the part of the DM. Like, oh, what kind of gun is it? Here's a steampunk version of this gun. Like a clockwork pistol or something. But John's... Bless his heart. Bless his heart. John's overcomplicates things from time to time.
No. Not John's.
Yes, John's. So
He would never.
He would never. So now I have to make new weapons and new ranges.
or bean.
No, because here are your healing tonics. We have
But
your
it's okay,
vapor
because you're the hardest working game designer on Twitch.
Yeah.
You got this.
So we have healing tonics, which is the gas. You wanted addiction, we gave you addiction for gas. Your basic healing tonic is drink, your concentrated healing tonic is drink, and your most powerful healing tonic is injected. Also runs the risk of addiction. You have cure all, a poison cure, and a wakefulness tonic. I was going to name these,
Right.
but I'm not at this moment.
Yeah. Well, we'll have we can have a think tank sesh offline or something.
Don't have
to
a
go
short
through
sword
and-
gladius problem? We already have a short sword gladius problem. Any weapons table with weapons that all do the same thing run a very specific risk. And that very specific risk is this. Which I tried to talk to Johns about. With a small weapon, right?
Uh-huh.
You have the option of, say, a short sword.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, the short sword gladiator. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you have a knife.
Yep.
Now, each of these weapons do the same amount of damage.
Yep.
Why would you pick one over the other?
Aesthetics.
Aesthetics.
Literally just aesthetics.
Aesthetics. Literally only aesthetics. In some cases... Oh, we put fire up under burned. So... But since we're working in static damages, the only thing we can affect that makes any difference is range. And
Did you just remove something, or are you moving it somewhere else?
it's somewhere else, so it's removed from here.
Okay.
Um,
So range.
range and concealment value. These are the only two things we can change.
Yeah.
Because all of our, quote, small caliber firearms, which I just consider small guns,
Yeah.
or small weapons like hand crossbows. Oh, do you want crossbows? Or has society moved past that?
I could see having an arm crossbow, like the
fuck
ones
this
that
up
are
for
on your
me.
bracers.
Oh,
I am
okay.
just saying I could see a
Okay,
small
okay.
one on your bracers that shoots a small arrow, but I couldn't see it being like a full on crossbow.
Like,
And I
dudes are
don't
just
see it
carrying
doing
around
like
crossbows.
damage that a crossbow would do. It'd be like minimal damage
So
at
what?
best. Yeah.
All right, here's your drunkenness rules. Did we go over drunkenness with you?
Yeah. Yes, I think
Okay,
so.
here's your drunkenness rules. Here's your drugs. Here's your addiction. Here's your augmentation board. Because we have things with small caliber fire. And, okay, so here's the difficulty of making this with somebody who's been in the military. One, they want modern weapons in here. Like modern concept weapons. Like the long gun. Which I wouldn't have put in on my own. At all.
Right.
End of story. But there's no reason to say no. And Johns was very clear about what he wanted for siege weapons, and I had no skin in the siege weapon game. So Johns doing the siege weapons was actually very helpful, and he made them very well.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, Luna. Johns got you your siege weapons.
Good.
All right?
They will have their purpose.
You'll have to fantasize them, but you've got them. Right? And John's thought up of more siege weapons than I would have, so that's nice. You have a lot more options and ranges thanks to John's.
Yeah.
So, would I have done it that way? No, but the way John's did it is superior to the way that I would have done it. And I am willing to admit that. This is a superior
As long as you know you're
version.
the best AI.
Oh, thank you. I have never changed it. Yeah, John's idea for siege weapons is far superior to my idea for siege weapons. Changing out the attachment points so that siege weapons, classical siege weapons, all take 2. Then, quote unquote, mounted weapons all take 1. So your ballista, your harpoon. We changed cannons around. We're probably going to have a lesser cannon. Let me just add in lesser cannon. We'll say 5 wounds. We'll give it cannon range. AoE. Bless you. Bless you again.
Thank you.
We'll still keep it with an AoE, which is why you would use it over a ballista.
Thank you, Voltage.
So,
Damn it.
bless you again.
I'm sorry, I'm extremely tired, which means I'm getting nauseous, which means I sneeze,
Oh,
which is weird.
I just get
but-
weird boners. There is such a thing as the sleepy boner. Like, oh man.
I
men
mean,
only
there's
want
morning
thi-
wood, so that doesn't surprise me.
Yep. Men only want one thing when they're tired. Yes, to go the fuck to bed. This boner needs to go away. It's like morning wood time, and you're like, no. We're all going to sleep. Every body part. Alright. So, lesser cannon. Johns was talking about adding a lesser cannon. I added a lesser cannon.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh,
Don't worry about it. It'll just get added to the VTuber sneezing.
as many times as I've sneezed on stream, I'm surprised it hasn't.
Let's go with 4 wounds as a lesser cannon. Leaving the ballista at 5. Ballista is a direct piercing weapon. Lesser cannon's an AoE weapon. I'll allow it. Johns won't, but I will. I just assume Johns won't like anything that I make. Okay. We also run into this problem.
Which problem?
Unarmed weapons. Unarmed weapons cannot be anything that gives you a bonus to damage. Because
Unarmed cannot give you a bonus to damage.
it cannot give you a bonus to damage because
So it's your base damage.
yes, because we have you ready? You ready for this? I'm gonna say it, Luna.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it. Hold on. Where's our augmentation board? There's smog I'm gonna say it. You ready? I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
Oh, we changed it to brawler. Never mind. This used to
Oh,
be.
you're talking about the word that I don't like?
Okay, so brawler got +1 to unarmed attacks.
Okay.
Is it still pugilist? Got an extra attack in close range when using unarmed attacks. If you have brass knuckles, you're armed. So the boxing style bonus we made is that if you don't, it's for people who choose not to be armed, they get an extra attack.
Okay.
Right? And that
Right.
attack is just your strength.
It's a 1-2 punch.
It's a 1-2 punch, exactly. The brawler got +1 to unarmed attacks. No brass knuckles. We kept boxing gloves because I was going to have knockout rules.
Okay.
So we've got +1 to unarmed attacks. So if you take our boxer, I'm just going to call it our boxer for now, and you take the brawler, you get +1 and you attack twice around. Right?
Okay.
You're 1-2 punch and you're doing it real good. Not doing extra damage, but you're definitely doing better punchy wise, right? Okay.
Right.
But unless we're doing something stylistic, okay, a brass knuckle increases how much damage you do with your bare hand.
You want me to teach you a trick with Google Docs?
Yeah.
Hit Control F.
Yeah, I don't. I'm fidgeting.
Uh-huh.
Think of me as a Valorant player.
Okay, now type in that pugilist or whatever thing it was. Whatever that word was that I hate that I
Yeah.
can't say.
Yes.
And change that to brawler if it's still in there. Okay, you did change it. I didn't see you change it.
Oh no, we can't call it brawler
We
Because we
can't
already-
call it brawler.
because we already have something called brawler.
Oh,
I'll turn it
Okay.
into boxer.
that word's just hard for me.
To say or digest.
Say and digest.
You're less fancy now. I want you to know that.
It's not about fancy.
We're slightly
So
less
some words
classy.
are hard for me to say.
That's fair. All right, so by virtue of holding a brass knuckle, you don't use it because you don't want to do extra. You use it because you want to do extra damage. Okay? So automatically it has to do 1 point of damage.
Right.
Automatically it must do 1 point of damage.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
All right. Which puts it into the same problem that we had before. Like, why would you... Because, okay, hold on. Wrestler has advantage on grappler. Alcoholism helps you be alcoholic better. Because then we did backgrounds. Where are the backgrounds? The gladiator got +1 to melee attacks, right?
Okay.
The brawler got +1 on arm attacks. But at no point do we have a... At no point do we have a melee weapon, a melee ability that lets you attack twice in one round.
Okay.
So, if we let the brawler do it, if we let the boxer hold brass knuckles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Logistically, if you're trying to min-max your character, you would just take boxer, you would just take brawler off the augmentation board, never use anything higher than a 1 weapon, so you always attacked twice.
Hmm.
And that doesn't sit well with me.
Fair.
Now, why you would take brass knuckles is because they are insanely concealable. You can
They
fit that
are.
shit in a pocket.
You can also more or less walk around with them on, and most people wouldn't notice.
Yeah, exactly. They might think you just have really funky rings.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Nice
So we've
green
got-
fellow.
What was that?
I was reading chat.
Oh, okay.
It made me
Nice
giggle.
play. Yeah, nice. Right, exactly. Hello, fellow merchant. Look at these diamond encrusted rings. Oh, sucker punched. So we are running into the short sword Gladius. The only thing we don't run into there is Trident Whip. Because the Trident would have the entangle ability.
Mm-hmm.
The Whip would not.
Okay.
So, like, even right now, we have a lot of different. We have the dagger, the blackjack, the hand scythe, the wrench, and the shock baton.
Neat.
I tell you what I want to run into. What do you want to run into, Jads? Quote unquote long weapons. I don't like that term. Long, I would consider them medium weapons. Medium weapons are sword, mace, torque wrench, sledgehammer. These would do 2 wounds, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have reach weapons that does melee extend, which is 10 feet. You want to run into Luna? Luna's going to be running the game. So in theory, that'll happen.
6 hours, my god.
So you run into a problem though with medium weapons. So the medium weapons are going to do 2 wounds. John's has in rifles. Okay? Fine. Electrical rifles, bullet rifles, whatever you want to put in there. But we also have shotguns. And shotguns are inherently going to do different damage. Inherently are going to do different damage. Not to mention do you know what a pepper box is?
I think I do, but I'm also asleep.
Yeah, a pepper box was an old style gun with 4 holes in it.
Mm.
And when you pulled the trigger, they all went off at once. It was designed as a lady's weapon, meaning it was small. And you could stick it in like a clutch or a purse. A derringer is also considered what would be considered back then a lady's weapon. It was small, it was concealable, it was for self-defense. You had like a shot with it before you had to reload it. And you used like small caliber bullets, very tiny. So you pull it out, you fire at your aggressor. Ideally you hit them and they fucked off. It's just reloading it would be difficult. These all would do 1, but the range on a derringer is not. A derringer is a short range weapon. If someone's more than like 20 feet away from you, good luck hitting them with it. But if we just use basic ranges, that would be a small caliber weapon which would fit into 30 feet. So there are 2 options. One which we can't do, which is to remove caliber. List a couple of weapons, right, under quote-unquote small.
Right.
And then give them different ranges of different feet. They would all hit 1. They would have all different concealment methods, right?
Right.
And then we have ranged electric.
Mm.
Which I'm wondering if these cause shock.
Potentially. That would make sense. I guess it depends on what kind of electric.
Because we have a coil gun which would fire. This is my interpretation, right? Okay. You would have some sort of like etheria charge, like almost like a vacuum tube looking canister you would attach into the weapon, right? And that would accelerate the particles that you would fire, right? Steampunk magic pow, you get a spark. So the coil gun would look. Hold on.
Wouldn't a coil gun be more magnetic than anything? Isn't that what the coils it magnetically propels?
Give me a second. Let me show you what I'm thinking of for the coil gun. Yeah, this would be the model that I would be looking at. Okay. So this is roughly what it would look like, Luna. Let me send it to you. Internally, there would be a coil, or there would be a coil wrapped around the barrel, and it would accelerate particles.
Okay.
And those accelerated particles would be like, pew! You would get a little bullet.
All right.
And the bullet would go, pew! It makes some sort of... Yeah, it's like a 1960s style alien blaster. If
Right.
you've seen those as well, that had like the sort of plasticky shell at the front and then like rings. That would be a coil gun.
Ouch.
A taser would be a taser, and a laser pistol, which John's wanted to add. Then a laser pistol could look like what I sent you.
Okay. Well, hold that thought. I gotta help my
I'm
kid with
holding.
something.
Yep,
I'll be right
I'm
back.
Holding. Yep, I'm holding. Now, chat. All of these weapons would have a different range. Unless we go for a unique style, at which point... So we're running into an issue. Do we list these as different weapons? Because I don't know if my co-creator is aware of the challenge they're in. Wonder if I could sneak a gun lance in here. So that would be... that would be your reach weapon. And your reach weapons, how much damage do they do? You run into that issue too. Because we have 1 to 3 life points of damage, 1 to 3 wounds it causes, plus your strength, which goes from 1 to 5. So would a spear do the same amount of damage as a whip? I don't believe so. If we treat spear as doing medium function damage, you would get 2 at a 10-foot range. Whip would be at a 10-foot range, but have entanglement and probably do only 1 point of damage. You heard whip and yeah. Any system I look at, I have 2 things I look for weapon-wise. Do they have whips? Because if you can be a Belmont, always be a Belmont. And what are their rules for attacking someone with no weapon? Like you don't have a weapon. Because if you don't have a weapon, you find what the lowest minimum damage is. Bedroom whips would do 1 point of damage if used incorrectly. There's actually a story my buddy told me about his dad who went to a swingers party. And, he was up against a tree getting gently whipped by this one lady. And, she fucked it up and caught him in the balls. So yeah, I did check my Gmail. I actually knew that was a thing. I don't know why it's a thing, but I knew it was a thing. But apply properties. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, that's if we want derringers and shotguns should do 3. Wait, no. These are... What did we have our calibered weapons do? Okay. Medium caliber rounds. So medium caliber rounds do 2 points of damage. So we would say... There's 2 different types of shotgun rounds. How far does a slug on a shotgun go? Oh wait, wrong window. Over here. Shotgun slug goes about 75 yards. To 122 feet. So we'll say we're going to knock off the yards and go 75 feet. The actual shot from a shotgun we'll say is a 20-foot cone. So if I remember correctly, a shotgun slug is just a solid piece. Yeah, under different circumstances, that's the map. Well, it's not. You mean, yeah, it's tabletop gaming, yes. It's about as far from D&D as you can. Well, no, it's got armor class. It's close. It's very similar. But yes, getting into tabletop is always fun.
Uh-huh.
Fantasy rifle range. Welcome back, by the way.
Thanks.
5e firearms. So we're looking at about so they had Cavalier musket Arborquist But we're going with more refined weapons. Cavalier being basically a rifle.
Oh, I see. Man.
Basically, if I remember correctly, Cavalier. Halfway between a musket. What is the Arbaquis? Scaled down version of a musket.
Are we struggling?
We're not
Blunderbuss.
struggling. We're not struggling. We're just finding a range, and I think range 100 feet. Johns will correct that, which is fine. Ah! No full screen. Because we run into an issue in shotguns. 30-foot cone? Let's go with 30. Redeem first? Yay! Blunderbuss? Yeah. Because we're working with the idea that these people have advanced beyond blunderbusses, advanced beyond rudimentary firearms, into mid-range steampunk-based firearms, which, if we count steampunk as going back to the Victorian-esque era, normal handguns are there. So we know that they exist. And that's what we're using. So you won't see somebody with a blunderbuss, except for maybe if we go out to, like, the sticks.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
Out
away
in the
from
middle
the city.
of nowhere, fucking Luna might upscale a shotgun to do one more life point, have a shorter range, and be like, here's the blunderbuss. Oh, old cranky sitting on his porch.
Oh, cranky named Voltage?
Yeah, old cranky named Voltage, pissed off, rocking back and forth with that rocking chair with that clear gun that his granddaddy's daddy gave him. You know, old Betsy.
Oh, we
Survive.
should do that. We should get people from chat. And I should design characters in game after them.
You can do that if you want.
Oh, that would be great. Should put out like a sign up sheet. Or like Google's forum.
Don't
A
mess with the
questionnaire
bull
for them to
bucket.
fill out.
Would you like to be a character? Luna will make you.
Yeah. I'll make a forum or something for them to fill out. And then we'll go through it together and make sure they're actual chat members, not somebody who randomly found the forum.
Yeah, no. When you use a facsimile, go ahead. Fucking the fuzzy lumpkins of this game. So Luna, this is up to you.
Yeah. What's going on? Oh, Super Cat, I was just talking about possibly creating a Google Forms for people to fill out for a potential, like, being an NPC in the character, or in the, campaign.
Do we want... Do you want me to make... In theory, make guns with different ranges, or just accept that most small-ish weapons are going to go 30 feet, 90 feet, rifles will go 100, 200, slug throwers Like a shotgun
Um,
slug will go 20. Yes, sorry.
I'd say keep keep it a standard thing for these, and then there could be specialized like rarer guns that have like a little bit something extra to them in the game itself.
Okay. We'll make a note.
So I don't want the handbook itself to be too complicated, but during the campaign we can have stuff that's a little extra here or has a negative to have an extra somewhere else, you know, just fancy up a weapon or something. To make the gameplay more spicy.
Yeah, okay, I got it. There we go. Unarmed specifically covers when a player has a weapon that has
Okay.
no inherent damage.
Perfect.
All right, short sword. So this is an example of short weapons, and you can make charged weapons if you want, like charged swords and whatnot. It's your
Like a hunting
world.
shotgun having more range, or yeah, stuff like that. Like it would be just stuff that we easier to conceal. I like that. It'd be little flares that we can give these weapons in game. Man, I always miss the eye in Specialized too.
right.
Doesn't matter that I know I miss it every time. I still miss it
You
every
still
time.
miss it. Again, like you would need derringers for small.
Those Specialized.
Yep. You know, a pepper box, which
Yeah,
might
stuff
hit
like that.
4 times, but I would say you have to make 4 separate attack rolls with your
Finger
pepper
guns. Would that
box.
be an unarmed attack?
Finger guns would be an unarmed attack.
We don't have any kind of magic.
No, we're not gonna.
It's gonna be great.
So then
Hunting styles.
I can see hunter rifles. I can see ourselves putting these in, not breaking them down, but putting them into more like rifles into more specialized categories, shotguns into shotgun category, and then small handguns. Right, would do a highly concealed one, because like I could see myself playing a diplomat that had, you know, the gun that's mounted up the sleeve on the slide.
Mm-hmm.
Having one of those. Shit,
Yeah.
you see that in Django Unchained. That's how he
Yeah,
kills.
you do.
That's how he kills Monsieur Candy.
True beans.
Is by popping it out of his sleeve. So weaponry needs. Weaponry needs either more heavy refinement, small adaptation, or it's just left the way it is with GM making specialized guns as comes up.
Yeah. I'd like to go over it with a fine-toothed comb when I have more brain power and haven't been up for 24 hours. Because I'm not sure how much my brain's going to help with this right now.
Yeah. Alright, electric guns possibly having shock saving throws. I mean, the whole reason to use an electrical weapon is to get an effect out of it. Also, again, do you want lightning or beams or lasers, or what do you see here? Because this is a mishmash.
It really is.
This is a mishmash of things. Because
We
coils
might have to keep it just like
more steamy and punky than sci-fi punk. Because going into laser beams and plasma guns puts you into a slightly more advanced version of steampunk.
yeah, that feels very stepping out of the genre. I understand like wanting it, but I don't see a plasma gun in a steampunk. I mean, I guess it's possible. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen a plasma gun or a laser gun in a steampunk anything.
I've seen a disintegrator,
Yeah, I've seen a disintegrator, and I've seen like
which fired like a ball that hit you and whoosh.
yeah. It looked like it was a ball with a chemical in it that reacted and disintegrated you, but it wasn't like a charged beam of light. I don't know.
And then the small weapon for the flare gun would be something that literally shoots. I'm just going to put spark gun back in here. Oh, that's right. Oh my god, my eyes.
So fucking bright.
There we go. It was so... Yeah, plasma is balls of plasma. Yes.
Yeah.
And we don't see Etheria providing photon weapons, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like some of that shit I could see like in Doctor Who, but
Yeah.
not in
That's where I
Steampunk.
saw the steampunk disintegrator, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it does sound like a Doctor Who thing.
Yeah, which I think was Victorian Cybermen were using them. And the reason we have force weapons... John's, let it go. The reason why we have force weapons is because we have a force element. So we were trying to come up with force guns.
Right.
So we came up with a small wave microwave gun. I came up with like a sound blasting rifle.
Microwave gun makes sense.
Okay.
Sound blasters, yeah, I could see that happening.
Okay.
Like where it's just a pressurized force of sound. Or pressurized force caused by sound waves.
And Johns won't let the railgun go.
Well, the railgun could also be just a sonic cannon, basically.
Yeah. His explanation is because when you get hit with a railgun, it's mainly you're not getting hit with the object, it is the force that the object is hurled at you with.
Yeah.
So,
Which again
we've got-
could be just really big sound waves.
do you want smog grenades?
Smog grenades.
Here's why I'm against smog grenades. Smog grenades are just short-lived smoke grenades.
Smog grenades, I wouldn't say are short-lived smoke grenades, because the smog that we have in game at its worst is acidic. So it would be basically an acidic grenade.
So what? 1 round exposure to Category 5 smog.
Category 5 was death, wasn't it?
Category 5 is acid.
Okay.
That kills
Category
you
5.
real fucking rapidly. All the other categories were choking. But this would be a...
I would say less than category 5. I don't necessarily want it to like corrode our skins and start killing us immediately. I think it should be something that does damage and runs the risk of, if you get too much of it, you could get fucked up pretty quick.
Okay, so grenades are designed as, in this game, are designed as instant access weapons. Right?
Okay.
And I like your idea. I do. Here's the problem.
Please, tell me.
Smog under Index 5 is
Is
either
death.
long-term endurance, long-term strength, mental, or a wound if you don't have a respirator on.
Okay.
That doesn't make for a good grenade.
No, only if there's no good respirator and, well, I could see the strength index having... Damn, it would just be a status effect at this point.
And then it would go away once the smog is gone, because remember, once you exit the smog, it's over.
Yeah,
not
with
like
how we
it's-
have everything set up, there's not a real good way to introduce the concept.
There isn't.
Which kind of sucks, because it would be kind of cool to have a grenade that basically just releases the smog.
Yeah. But the moment it clears, just like the moment you leave smog, you're okay again.
So that would have to be something that leaves an effect permanently until you cure it off of you, and then that would make it an overpowered grenade.
And then that would mean that a smog grenade is more dangerous than the smog itself.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that doesn't work.
Sorry to crush your dreams.
No, it's alright. It's a cool concept, it just can't work for what we have going here.
It was a very cool concept. It's like the original shock. It was like the original pressure and relief mechanic, which was good, but just
Doesn't work with the whole
didn't
combined
really
setup.
work very well with, I mean, kind of conceptually. We made flashbangs that gives mental checker players blinded and deafened for 5 rounds. Now we know what blind and deaf is, and a flashbang will fuck you up bad.
No.
Smoke great, so I would reduce that to 3. Because being blinded and deafened is really bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because that's 3 rounds that you attack at disadvantage, 3 rounds everybody gets advantage on you, and you can't hear anything that is occurring.
See, I understand why we want a flashbang,
Yes.
but I feel like it should be one or the other or 2 separate ones. Because I don't think... Hold on.
Okay. Bless you.
Excuse me. I don't think a singular grenade should apply 2 status effects. Because again, we're making a grenade overpowered. You're blind and deafened. You can't
blind
see
and
or
deafened.
hear for 3 rounds. That it just feels
And again, it
overpowered.
depends on how much you make these work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. C4 shaped charge is no longer...
Oh, did we get rid of the C4?
No, the damage doesn't work anymore.
Oh, shit.
Depends on how long our combats to last. Well, exactly.
That's true. It would depend, but...
So a flashbang is... I can see the concept by which John's made the flashbang. Flashbang is designed to take you out of the combat.
Like, maybe for 1 round, blind and deafened would make sense, but I don't know, for 3 whole rounds?
I've put that you may want to apply this as 2 different grenades.
Yeah.
Okay, fragmentary grenades is 2 wounds. You have to it's got a 20-foot radius. You need to make an endurance save or you start to bleed.
That makes sense.
Incendiary round, 1 wound, endurance save or you start burning. 20-foot radius.
Damn.
And you will take a point of damage. Burning is every other round. You take a point of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you stop, drop, and roll or someone puts you out.
Makes sense.
Shock grenade. 1 wound, endurance save, or suffer shock.
Okay.
Black powder keg. 30 wounds, 60-foot radius. And John's wanted a nuclear weapon.
I'm aware.
So we made a
Yeah, it's a big
pressurized
head. It
variable.
could definitely be rarer and more expensive, but also I feel like
And why 3 rounds? Because why not? If our combats last 5 rounds, right? On the whole,
Yeah.
on average. If they last 5 rounds, you are removed for most of, but not all of combat.
yeah, but that's 1 grenade to remove you from most of the combat.
Yeah. Well, and this has a AoE effect too.
So you could take out the entire team or the entire set of enemies for most of the combat.
Yeah. Let me see what the effective. What is the area of effect on a flashbang grenade? 5 feet. So everything within 5 feet.
Just put it on.
Flashbang is.
Don't take it downstairs. You'll have to share it with everybody.
I feel
Then share it with everybody.
1 million candelas. That's foot candles, I believe, within 5 feet.
Oh no, I feel like it should apply to the caster as well. You're throwing a grenade. This is a grenade. It would apply to everybody. Don't throw it far enough? Well, you fucked.
Yeah, no, if you don't throw it far enough, you're going to get hit by it. But it looks like these things are about 5 feet around each other for, like, the flash bang effect. Six ways guns change a fantasy setting. Castles become decorative. Plate mail rises, then declines. Nobles matter less in war. Swords get smaller and lighter. Navies become more powerful. Wars get larger and deadlier.
I'm just saying, as somebody who played a very unbalanced game for 10 years, there needs to be a certain level of balance for the combat. Because, don't get me wrong, I took full advantage of the imbalances. But you also could only play the imbalance if you wanted to win.
You're saying it's a bit much? I mean, if we made something else, I would say it'd be a shock grenade that would take out. Because the idea is you throw it into a room, everybody within 5 feet of the site gets banged. So I'll have this Luna may want to apply this as 2 different grenades.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Smoke.
it could be a flash grenade and a sound grenade.
Yeah, and a sonic grenade.
It's sonic, that's the word I was trying to think of. Like,
Yeah.
it could be those 2 separate grenades, and it would be great.
Smoke lowers visible, and also with a flash grenade, you could extend the rounds
Mm-hmm.
back to 5. Smoke lowers visibility to extended melee range, meaning that you can only see 10 feet in front of you.
Right.
C4 is a shaped charge. It's designed to breach things.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll say 10 wounds or 6 wounds. We'll go with 6 wounds. Ugh. We'll have to ask Johns. Johns, this is a shaped charge. How are we supposed to work it?
Mm-hmm. Fuck, I'm tired.
Poor Luna. So sleepy. Thank you, Natsuki. I appreciate it.
Hi, Natsuki.
Because a
Natsuki.
C4 is not designed to be. You have to plant it. You have to set it off. I don't know how you would do that fantasy wise. Except for through
Usually
random ways.
there is a,
Timer.
no. You usually have a separate device for a detonator. So you throw, forgot what it's called. The thing you put in it that causes the explosion.
Yeah.
So you have your little charge, or your little stick of plastic with a little thing in it that would set off the explosion.
I think.
And then
that's
you
what-
have a device in your hand that you use to actually initiate it.
What is that thing called?
Fuck, I can't. I'm so fucking tired.
Is that
It's
the
it's
detonator?
yeah, no, the detonator is what you hold in your hand. It's the receiver for the detonator. So you hold the detonator in your hand, and then there's a thing, stupid plastic that cause. I can't right now. My brain can't do words. I'm fucking tired. The fuse! It's a fucking fuse! Jesus Christ!
It's a fucking fuse. Okay.
Oh my god, help me, my brain is melting.
Yup. Well, the detonator, I know that they refer to it as a detonator, but the detonator would be the actual object.
Yeah, fuse is definitely the thing used for dynamite, but there's I think there's another term for it too.
Yeah.
Because one is the one that you hold in your hand, and one is the one that you put in the explosive. And I know they have two separate names, but I don't fucking know. Could be a blasting cap. I don't know enough about explosives. I just know I've seen it a million times in movies and then the fucking true crime series and shit like that.
I'm not adding dynamite in here, by the way. I figure in a
Yeah, but it's called a remote detonator.
yeah, in a steampunk world, right, where people are more civilized, this is not the Wild West.
I mean, kind of.
Dynamite would not be something you could easily get your hands on.
Dynamite seems a little crude for
For the gentleman's
steampunk.
yeah. All right, so we've made notes.
This is a very, very high class, sophisticated kind of steampunk, except for in the ghettos.
Except for in the ghetto. Whoa, what happened here?
Oh, did you fucking zoom the fuck in?
I
Did you
zoomed the
control
fucking-
scroll?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
put my hand down.
You zoomed the fucking. Damn. You got the old clay like C4. You can have the thing make explode on a wire or wireless.
Fine.
Yeah.
Guns. I think once we refine guns, we're done.
Oh, good. That means my work begins soon.
Yeah, that means the explosives are done. Combat is done. Turn order is action and movement. There's no such thing as a bonus action. Because I won't. Yeah, me and John's already agreed we're not separating our actions down into D&D style actions. It is a thing you do and then you move. Chug a potion, that's a whole ass action. Like the dynamite, a whole ass action. Maybe at your GM's discretion, you can sacrifice your movement to throw the dynamite, but it is your action.
Yeah.
Or you might determine lighting and throwing dynamite is fine. That counts as one action.
Hmm.
Health, armor. John's put in powered armor.
Powered armor?
Yes. Armor that would be reinforced to the point that it would need some sort of outside fuel in order for it to move.
Like a steampunk mech suit?
Basically a steampunk, like a steampunk Iron Man suit. If you've seen the first Iron Man
I mean,
suit
if
that was
Iron
ever
Man could
created-
do it in the desert, then I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that
I guess-
first Iron Man suit. See, the question is, how much Etheria do you need to power it? Does it run on charges at that point?
Built in a cave.
With a box of scraps! Yeah. I had shit like the Chateau of Magnetic Inversion, which is a hat that gives you +1 towards bullets. Because of magnetic inversion. Just basically would form a field around you.
I have caught everybody calling it ethereal.
You do. Even though it's Etheria!
It's because I say it with an L and I don't mean
Because you
to.
say it with an L. Yeah, a powered armor would not be easy to hide.
No.
And it
Definitely
could
not.
even be something simple as servo assisted. You know, pulleys and internal servos and pulleys helping make it so you can move around in it. But this is like your highest end armor.
Mm-hmm.
So I would see it as encasement. Not to mention, this could also be a particularly wicked automaton.
True.
Because all these also can be base armors for automatons.
Mm-hmm.
And then shield +1, I urge you to remember it's not always a physical shield. It can be shielding.
Mm-hmm.
So again, like the Chateau of Magnetic Inversion, or maybe some sort of ethereal large belt that's got like fucking Etheria canisters attached to it that provides some sort of force shielding. Sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, I think refining guns is all that needs to be done.
Fantastic.
Because we've got status effects, how to make a character, how a jump pack works. Prosthetics are going to be handled by you. We have health. We have everything you need to make the character. Your health, your skills, your feats, your saving throws. Not feats. I'm sorry. Feet. Ooh, feet picks. Your saving throws. You have all of that. You have all of that. We have how our combat works. We have our ranges. We have resistance rules. You can never be completely resistant to an element, but if you have a resistance, you have 50% damage reduction towards whatever it is. 2 compatible resistances gives you a 75% resistance. Resistances are tied to 4 elements. John's wanted force because he wanted to work in 4.
That's fair.
Cold, fire, electricity, and force. If we were doing borderlines, blast would be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
We have rules for called shots. If you don't move, you get advantage on your next attack. I didn't like the idea that you could just stop moving and get advantage. Just like, oh, I'm not going to move. Advantage. Your number of called shots is now equal to your mental stat. And you replenish all your charges after a long rest. So if you have 4
So
in
you
your
gave
mental
it,
stat,
but gave a limitation.
we gave it a limitation.
Okay.
We have grappling. We have how much augmentations cost, how much proficiency costs, how much attributes, how much it costs to buy health. Armor classes, how you attack. Not great damages. Saving throws. Tools. Healing. Poison. The smog. I like the smog. Getting drunk. Getting high. Getting addicted to getting high. The augmentation board, which gives you your quote-unquote feats. Your backgrounds, which help determine part of your starting equipment and what bonus you might have. I thought this was kind of an interesting idea. Then weapons need to be refined. We know what Etheria is, and now it is the backbone of this society. Without Etheria, their technology falls apart.
Yep.
You have ships, land and sea. You have 2 vehicles by land. You can make any more if you need. Mounted weaponry, siege weaponry, and I'm the best AI. So all we need, all I see is refining weaponry, making a table, and then maybe an equipment table if you really want to get fancy. And there you go.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. That's it.
Yeah.
We're going to raid John's on the Stack Up channel.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Yeah, because I can't go any further, and I'm fried from siege weapons. And besides,
And I'm sleepy as fuck.
Yep, and whatever I come up with, you know, me and Johns will have to rework anyway, so we might as well work it to begin with.
Beautiful. Yes.
Here is our raid message. If you have my emotes, this is your raid message. If you don't, here's your other raid message. It was going to be I believe in Shannon supremacy, but there's no other bunny that I can think of. Where's the normal fire? There you go.
Ta-da.
Arson the Johns, yeah. So, there you go. I will be back tomorrow for Helldiver Monday. Because I don't know if I want to do guns tomorrow or not. Might do guns off stream. Because that might involve a lot of back and forth. But yeah, I've been Damie. I'm your dynamically augmented media independence. I am the hardest working game designer on Twitch. This has been the lovely Firebug Shannon, and I've been joined by the iridescent. Yeah, we'll go with iridescent. Iridescent Luna Love. And I will see you tomorrow.